Almighty for giving me this opportunity today and then the management of this school. My sincere congratulations on the first annual day of my Montessori with the brilliant performance of the children. And I'm sure all the parents and grandparents are certainly happy to see the performances of their children. Am I right? This is certainly an opportunity for all of us to see our parents exhibit their talents, and I think the school is started a good way in doing their work. And all applauds to the little star performance of the day, and let us give us a good hand, a big hand for the performance of the day, the staff behind the show, and not to forget the support from the students or the children's parents and grandparents. Yes. And today, standing before you, I have been left behind with the responsibility to leave back a small message. I would do my best to leave behind a message, and that would be a small talk on spirituality for kids. No eyebrows up. I am not going to talk about religion, God here. When we hear about spirituality, we think about only religion or God, or that is what most of us think it would mean. But in reality, spirituality does not exactly mean only those words. We will see what spirituality is or how those are going to help us bring up our children. The parents here are all well-informed parents, and I am glad that you have chosen the Montessori system for educating your children or introduce them into a pre-primary level. Let's see what this spirituality means. It is certainly not synonymous to religion. But what is this? Let's first go to the dictionary meaning of spirituality. It says it includes a sense of connection to something bigger than ourselves, and it typically involves a search for meaning in life, and that life is about more than just you, just us, just anybody. That is the dictionary meaning. In fact, this is going to make children believe in something without actually seeing them, without actually feeling them. That is going to prepare children for unconditional love. And faith gives them the confidence and to be truly alone and supportive. And I think all our children would need this holistic experience in their lives, and this would act as a moral compass for it to guide them throughout their lives. Okay, I have just introduced to what is spirituality, the meaning of spirituality, but how as parents are we going to teach them is what I'm going to talk about in a minute or 2 minutes time. The first is gratitude. I think the school also started with a similar concept of showing gratitude, the prayers to God, and that is what is the first thing. It is just not known to the God, to the nature, to everything around you, be it farmers for the food. So the first thing before even starting the day, before even having their meal, thanking for what they get is first part of the spirituality, which comes under gratitude. The second one could be on imagination and compassion. When you discuss on anything or any story, you can let them decide the end or decide what any character would do. That would give them, or that would give more scope for their imagination and compassion towards various animals or various characters in the story what you deal. And the next one is enthusiasm. How can that be done? At bedtime, you can ask them to identify one good thing, one bad thing happened during the day. That is going to encourage them to do more of that good, and that will stop them from doing more of that bad. That is going to decide what they need to be going further with. And the next is on spiritual traditions. You can introduce them, talk about various spiritual traditions in and around yourself, in and around the world, whatever is acceptable to you. It just don't talk about or limit about religion. It is the spiritual traditions what is followed. In fact, one way of extending it to yourself will be to accept, adopt one tradition for your own family. For example, our family has always a tradition of liking the pets, or our family is well known for kindness. These are some examples. In fact, scientifically it has been proven that age group of 3 to 4 year children can also adopt such feelings into them. Then the next one would be to teach them how to believe or how to adopt those spiritual beliefs in hard times, probably when they are not well or when they are in a fix. That is the time when you can teach them how to use those spiritual beliefs. And while you read along the stories, you can insist, or you can go through the concepts of kindness, tolerance, fairness, etc. These concepts or these behaviors are also part of spirituality. Spirituality is not a Latin word here or something which we have to put it for a later date. So these are the few ways by which we can bring spirituality. But why are we talking about spirituality now? Because this is the budding age, and it is for the parents to imbibe these qualities into them so that these will drive them through their life as a driving force. I would also like to mention a small scientific output which has been proven. Dr. Lisa Miller, Associate Professor of Psychology and Education at Columbia University Teachers College in New York, says that kids who develop a sense of loving higher power, probably the God or any powerful creature, Almighty, has a sense of belief on something, and such kids who develop are going to be 80% less likely to suffer from major depressions during their lifetime, and they are supposed to be living much happier in their lives. And this is one scientific proof to say that children of this age can be imbibed, and you can start practicing all of them at home. Though school is going to be doing quite a lot of them, you can also be carrying the same traditions along, so that the life is going to be a very guided and successful life. And I hope I had made few points of spirituality clear to the parents, and I would like to end this speech with a small story to the children, if at all I can grab their attention. Let's see. Children, can we listen to a story? Children, can we listen to a story? There are 5 crows, okay? And the crow gets some food from your house every day, okay? After mama makes the food at home, you offer that food to the crows. And how many crows come and eat every day? 5, wonderful. So this day, mama is not going to make anything, you're all going out, okay? So mama decided to give 10 cherries to the crows. Okay, there are how many cherries? 10 cherries, great. And 5 crows decide to divide 10 cherries among them. So it is going to be 2 cherries for every crow. The first crow comes and takes 2 cherries. The second crow comes and takes how many? 2. The third crow comes and takes 2. The fourth crow, how many? 2 again. The fifth crow has only 2 to take, and that time it sees a small squirrel. Okay, squirrel is so hungry. Chinna, correct. Small squirrel is very hungry. The crow has 2 cherries to take, but it also sees the squirrel hungry. Okay, so what will the crow do now? It will eat 2 cherries, or it will give 2 cherries to the squirrel, or it will take one, give one to squirrel. What will it do? Can you go back? Discuss this with your teachers and parents. Yes? You will go tell what the fifth crow will do? Yes, thank you. And I think this should start their imagination, and that is a small thing which I could do on this day, and thank you all for the opportunity.
That was very informative. I may call upon Swati, Mrs. Harshni, to give away the momentum. Next will be a song performance by Group 3 kids. Please welcome Disha, Pratik, Tanya Jo, Kavya, Laya, Akash Hanu, Arav Siddharth and Farneet. Will be roll up to the top.
I like ice cream. You. Auntie Salwa like ice cream. I like ice cream. You
First song will be ice cream.
We like ice cream. Very much. Very much. Chocolate and pista. Vanilla and strawberry. Butterscotch and mango. Fig and tutti fruit. I like pista. Vanilla and strawberry. Butterscotch and mango. Fig and tutti fruity. Like ice cream. You like ice cream. We like ice cream. Very much. Very much. Gulaga and gulaga. Bale.
Parents, please be seated.
Gulaga and gulaga. Bale. Gulaga.
The kids are getting panicked. Please be seated.
Gulaga. Jo gulaga. Gulaga. Kanne moodi tungina. Mat nirga kurugigal. Kanne moodi tungina. Mat nirga kurugigal. Malamalayye niringi vande. Kotti kottana gullave.